Most of us know what a Monday morning, after the Super Bowl, armchair quarterback is. Well, I'm gonna play the role here of a November morning of an election year, after the Super Bowl, armchair quarterback. Just in the same way that a Monday morning quarterback is always right, my own post-Super Bowl election analysis in the upcoming Explained Light is also right. LOL. If some of these seem like kind of a stretch, well, it's because they probably are. Still, I think this is at least somewhat intriguing, entertaining, and even in some strange way, a little bit enlightening. There are some things I've noticed about the NFL Super Bowls during the years of the national presidential elections. Not that I believe this is some conspiracy, but I do find the coincidences very interesting, and at least maybe some kind of cosmic symbology, whether really conspired or not. Although, if one feels so enticed, they could check out the book, The Fixes in The Showbiz Manipulations of the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NASCAR by Brian Twohy. The last two presidential election year Super Bowls have featured the New England Patriots battling the New York Giants. When you look at the groups of people that each namesake and their kind of candidate represents, the Patriots, founding father-like candidates like a Ron Paul, versus the Giants. I think their name actually comes from the idea that NYC and the giants of industry are based there. Status quo, business as usual establishment candidates, like the likes of an Obama. In both years, 2008, upsetting those unbeatable Patriots, and 2012, those giants of industry also defeating the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Also, their establishment candidates defeating the Patriot candidates in November. Interesting coincidences? I've got more, and some are downright eerie. In 2000, the Rams knocked down the Titans. Titans? A person or thing of very great strength, intellect, or importance. The same year we elected a president that went on to be, at the very least, presiding over the greatest show on Earth turf, when some tall Titans buildings were knocked down or rammed down in September of 2001. It's also interesting that in 2002, the very next Super Bowl, those nasty Rammers, the Rams, were defeated by the Patriots. Also, maybe even more interestingly, in the 2001 Super Bowl, before said tragic event, the Ravens, a bird that seems to symbolize an omen of death, as per the writings of Edgar Allan Poe, quite handedly brought down the NYC Giants. Some kind of prophecy, perhaps? In 1992, the Washington, D.C. establishment, Redskins, went on to defeat the Buffalo Bills. And for 4 years, like the Buffalo team, our country also lost and got used to being buffaloed by the likes of a bill. In 2004, the Patriots defeated the Panthers, perhaps in a way to prepare us for the upcoming Super Bowl's Revenge of the Panther? Here's another bonus interesting one. What year did that bird of death, the Ravens, take down those miners of gold, the 49ers? 2013. Now look at a chart of gold prices over the last 10 years. When did gold prices start their last current massive decline? When was it? You guessed it, 2013. I seem to recall some halftime illumination shenanigans in that game, much like the gold prices. But I see the tide is turning. Last year, the Patriots stole one from those undefinable birds of prey, the Seahawks. Now, in turning to our next election year Super Bowl coming up, the first one, I might add, since 9/11 that hasn't included the Patriots, who were replaced by a wild or untrained horse. Bronco, whatever that might mean. But, in Monday morning quarterback fashion, I'll interject here, that a man named Trump seems to be a wild or untrained political animal all of his own. We have the avenging Panthers, who last lost to the Patriots, against the aforementioned Broncos, the wild or untrained horse. Now, what two groups may these two teams represent? I have some interesting conjectures, but I will refrain for now. I'm sure some like-minded people could probably guess what they are. But I'll wait till November to take my place in that old armchair, but pray that by then it's not too late. So maybe, when we sit to watch the big game, maybe there is more at stake than the Lombardi Trophy, or maybe not. We do know that the Lord has it all under control.